Hey LemFam, how exactly can you start and grow your SaaS product when you just launch it? That's what we're going to talk about in this video. Augustas recently launched on AppSumo. If you're not familiar with AppSumo, it's basically a platform where you can launch your SaaS product to millions of entrepreneurs and they're going to buy it at a very discounted price for lifetime deals, meaning that instead of paying monthly, they're going to pay only once. The great thing about it is it generates a lot of word of mouth and traffic. Augustas is a bit stuck when it comes to the strategy to put in place to grow his business, so we're just gonna look at how I would personally go with it in order to find more customers and grow the company. The first step whenever you want to generate more traffic and hence more sales is to wonder, what is my LTV? LTV stands for lifetime value, meaning how much revenue can one user bring to your platform. It's always important to keep that in mind because you don't want to spend more money than what you're actually getting. Augustas here is mentioning that he's acquiring customers through two ways. One with the AppSumo marketplace and the second through Google Ads. So he's spending money on ads to acquire customers. So I went on his website, which is basically a tool allowing you to create step-by-step instructions instantly. So after scrolling on the website, I started looking at the pricing, and it's a freemium, obviously pricing, where you start at $0, then $15, then $30 per month, which means that technically people are not paying a lot of money to access the tool. Below, there is even a lifetime access for $65, which means that the lifetime value at the moment is $65. So you can't spend more than $65 to attract traffic and acquire one customer, otherwise it will mean that you're losing money. When we first got started with Lemlist, I didn't have money, so I had to find creative ways to acquire customers without spending on ads. And for Augustas, knowing that the price point of his product is very low, I would apply exactly the same strategy. When I first got on the website, I think that there were many things that could have been improved. So for example, Augustas mentioned that he already had tons of sales from AppSumo. What I was expecting to see is two things. The first one is obviously testimonials. Whenever you have happy customers, you should always put it on your website so people understand that you're a trustworthy source. And here we can't see any, which I think is too bad, because here, as you can see, whenever I click on the AppSumo deal, I actually see that there are 9 reviews, and the reviews are just here. So a quick hack that Augustas could do is to actually reach out to all those people who gave him like 5 stars for the product and ask if he could put the review on the website. It would be a great way to connect with their user, use their photo or the logo of their company, and just add a bit more of social proof on the website. One more time, your website, the main goal is to build trust. Why exactly should I trust you to solve my problem? The second part is there is no content at all on the website. As you can see, it's very straightforward. The product looks really cool and it looks very easy to use. However, there is not even a single article nor blog, which to me is quite weird because, to be honest, this type of tool is really about creating awesome content. You are creating tutorials for people, and we know that it can be a struggle in many companies. So Augustas, for me, there is a huge opportunity here to create the best content on how to help companies to create onboardings, tutorials, etc., etc. So how exactly can you come up with great content? Obviously, there is user-generated content, which is literally the easiest type of content, where your users are creating some awesome tutorials using your product, and then you basically write a blog about what they did. It's pretty easy, it's straightforward, and it's a great way to build relationships and down the line ask for referral and hence get more customers. But before that, the one thing I would focus on is niche down on who you are targeting. Create step-by-step instruction instantly. That's the tagline. But the tagline doesn't really tell me who it is for. So for example, is it for SaaS companies? Is it for B2B companies, B2C, etc., etc.? I think that in the early days, if you can narrow down your targeting, it's the best. So I know that AppSumo is a super broad audience, so you're gonna have from lawyers, freelancers, to maybe like really big companies. So the idea is to really try to find that sweet spot where you're most passionate about. Something that's really important whenever you're starting a company is to always focus on a target audience who you actually like. If you don't like your customers, you're gonna get pissed all the time and it's not gonna work. However, if you focus on a target that you get on well, then it works 10 times better. For example, Personally, I love startups, scale-ups, and SMBs. I really don't like enterprise. So my main focus with all my products is to serve the companies of that size. Once you have niched down and nailed your positioning, meaning like who do you want to serve? Maybe it's only SaaS product, maybe it's only B2B SaaS product. So for example, it could be create step-by-step instructions for your B2B SaaS product, or it could be create step-by-step instruction to onboard your team. Once you know who your target is, the thing that I would do personally is start an outreach campaign. I would outreach to all the company in this specific niche that I'm in, and I would try to connect with people who are building instructions for their team, for their customers, etc., etc. And then I would create the best content possible to bring value to them. What makes an instruction a good one? How do you simplify and be sharp whenever you're creating content to create instructions? Like all the questions that people might have around instruction, you should be the king of it. Once you have created that content, I would repeat and do it even more and try to connect with even more people so they know about your product. Because your price point is really low, you want to do that and do the outreach at first, so it gets basically like people talking about you, it gets people sharing and referring your product to others, and down the line, your focus should be to drive a lot of revenue through content. Your price point is low, which means that you can't spend a huge amount of money on ads or have a sales team or whatever to acquire customers. Have an awesome day. Love you all.